Hello, it's Tara again. Today is day 2 of, what are we calling it? Christy's Beautiful Life, 30 Days of Sketches, round 13. And this sketch comes from Jessica Fenhill, and her Instagram handle is at Lakeview Creative. I can't remember if she's got a YouTube channel. I want to say she does. Maybe not. Anyway. This is a really cool sketch. You've got your torn stuff, you've got your splatters, you've got a bunch of little stuff. So I kind of did a lot ahead of time today because I kept changing my mind. I originally had 4x6 photos printed, and I was going to try and make it work, and I just didn't like how it was turning out. And then I started tearing papers, and then that didn't turn out either the way I wanted it. So I'm glad I'm glad I did some stuff ahead of time so we could just kind of get going and maybe not have to stop so much. So the papers I'm using are from Paige Evans Garden Shop, and it's a fall line from last year that I got in a monthly kit from Scrapshots. They are a Canadian online retailer, and I believe they're to Calgary, if I remember right. So she used to do, Sandy I think it is, she used to do monthly kits, and it was basically just, you know, not a whole lot of mixing of lines, but just a good deal for you know, everything you wanted from that particular line. She's not doing it anymore, so this was not her last one, but it was one of the last ones. Anyway, so I got a ton of it because I bought some extras, you know, the add-ons and stuff to go with it. And I had photos ready to go, and I put them in the bag with them. And then I forgot about them. So anyway, I just pulled it out a couple of weeks ago for Scrapbook Nerd. Scrapbook Nerd? Yeah. They're another online retailer in Canada here, and they're in Fergus. So not terribly far away from me, but still it's online, so it's not like you actually go. Anyway, they have some nice online crops, and I find I get a lot done in a weekend when they run them. They have some interesting challenges that just helps you think outside the box a little bit. So they had, it was, what was it called? Fall is in the Air crop. So it was a lot of fall themed stuff, and one of the challenges was to use a fall themed line and use summer photos, or vice versa. And actually it was Dorothy Guinan, Scrapbook in Quebec. I think that was her challenge. So then I kind of remember, oh yeah, I've got this line kicking around that doesn't feel terribly fallish, but it, like, some of the papers do have, like, say, there's a scrap of that, the fallish leaves on it, but something like this I don't consider too folly. And my photos are of our dog Daisy, which is why we've got the daisies. And so she passed away this year in January, and these photos are from 2020. And I've been wanting to get it done. Done a couple of her this year. I miss her. She was a stray that came to us in 2013. So she was with us for 10 years. I don't know how old she was. But you can see there's lots of white in her face even a couple of years ago. So, but she was a good dog. Really good dog. Good friend. Always hanging around, wanting to see what was going on. So this was just walking. This would have been in I should have looked at the date. It's either July. I would say July because the wheat's still in on. It hasn't been harvested yet. So, so there's where we're going to start from with my 3 photos. So they're actually probably even still a little big for the sketch, but I don't want them any smaller. So then up here, what I decided to do was, instead of photos, I cut up from a couple of the papers. I thought I'd cut some of the hearts out, and I just went with the green ones. Sometimes I just like to go with a couple of different colors and keep it simple. So then I cut out the green ones, and they're all a little different, so it's not like too repetitive. And then I cut out some of the orange squares from this one, and again, they're not exactly the same, so it's still a little bit of variety, but keeping it tonal. So now my question to me, and whoever else wants to answer it, although I can't hear you, is on the sketch, she's got another mat behind each of these, but I'm kind of thinking I don't want to do that. I think I just want to have them kind of on their own, maybe. If I do anything, probably what I'd like to do is, there's this one paper in the kit, and I've already used it for one of the layouts I did with the Scrapbook Nerd crop. I might put that in behind, but then I'm thinking I don't have that blue anywhere else, so maybe it's just silly. But those birds, gotta love a bird. I think I'm gonna leave it. I think we're just gonna go with this. And yeah. So now I'm looking here. I didn't tear it high enough, did I? Oh well. This one's coming down a little bit further, so maybe we'll do the title over this away. Yeah. Now, maybe shouldn't have done that before I got my photos down. I don't want to have to use foam necessarily. Let's go there, and I'm not gonna, on the sketch, she's got a couple little doohickeys sneaking up from behind, so I'm not going to put adhesive too far up. I tell you what, there's people, my family driving around out there making noise and just, you know, living their life, but don't they know I like it quiet? There's I mentioned before, I've got these walnut stains on my thumbs that I cannot get off. I don't know what I'm gonna do to get these flipping stains off, but anyway. So the walnut trees are right outside this room, and my in-laws are out there bashing around with their side by side. Yeah, that ends up being centered at the bottom. Oh well. Kind of got to be that way. I don't want to. Well, it works out all right. Okay, and then these. Now, should we pop the whole shebang up, or should we just pop this bit up? Whole shebang. Okay, so yeah, so we're just kind of starting harvest for this season. We have a fair bit of land that we plant corn and beans and whatnot. Wheat's already off. That's done in the summer. So we've been waiting for this nice weather. It's all, I mean, it's not terrible weather, but it's just not warm enough early enough in the day, oh geez, to start beans, because you need them to be very dry to run the combine through. Otherwise they're too tough, and it's just not a good scene. So it's like a good 2:30 in the afternoon before you can get going. It makes for a short day, because then it gets so dewy early at night. Now how far up did I go? How about right here? That you got to shut her down fairly early too. Not like corn, you could almost go all night if you had to, and you could, I know he's done it in the rain different times. It's not the nicest, but if it's a rainy fall, you don't have much choice. So I'm curious to know how everybody else's weather is. Here they keep saying sun, 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 and then it ends up raining. And the barometer is all over the place, which I really react to changes in air pressure and just get awful headaches. And even people I know that don't have that problem, they've been feeling ill and whatnot the last couple weeks. I don't know what the dealio is, but it's been unpleasant. So let's see here. That's pretty good. All right, so now she's got some vines creeping up. I ended up, the back side of this daisy paper is this nice dark two-tone green, and my thought was I was gonna somehow tear it so it was the second layer in the tear. But the dots ended up looking real wonky because you're ending up tearing. Anyway, I don't want to waste it, so I die cut some of these vines from an Altenew die. What's it called? And I don't know where I put it. So, yeah, it's right here. This is Just Leaves. And I actually hadn't used it yet, so it was nice to pull that out. I bought a little Sizzix Sidekick, and it just came last night, so I was itching to play with it. I have a Big Shot, and I decided this year, well, I've been having, it's not arthritis, but just joint pain and whatnot, and so I thought I'd get the Switch. Good. It works lovely, but it's a big bugger, right? So when you just want to do a few smallish things, you don't feel like moving everything around. So I end up not using it at all. So this one, it's a nice small little guy, and you can pull it out and put it away, and it doesn't take up, actually you don't even really have to put it away because it doesn't take up much space. So I'm hoping to get some more use out of these dies, the small ones anyway, because you hate running these little guys through on the big thing, because it just feels like there's stuff set around it, and you just gotta move everything for a few little whatchamadoohickeys here. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Do it like this, we'll do it like that, and then maybe like here. Oh, and I take a, this is a basic gray sanding, it came in a set of 6 or 7, some smaller ones and whatnot, and I've used the heck out of this over the years. This one's at least 15 or more years, and then I know I had another set when on the go when I gave classes and stuff. So do we want to? Maybe not. Okay, so that's that. We want a few little somethings here. So, oh, do I want to put flowers beneath the vines? So we've got these guys. If we put him in there, and again, this one, a few down here. Mess with this a bit. And then my title, I don't know, every time I've seen these pictures, I think of that song, When I Was Walking with Elvis. So it's going to be When I Was Walking with Daisy. So I've got the alphas that kind of came with it. And originally in the sticker book, there are, well, where's the sticker book now? There are smaller stickers the same style, but it's maybe a little too much of one thing. So these little puffy alphabet stickers from the Hip Kit Club, I thought would kind of be a nice contrast, and it'll show up nice on the green there. So just it'll be When I Was, and then Walking with Daisy in the bigger ones. So I think, oh, and I've got a few flare here from Scrap and Happy Studio, from actually 3 different sets, but a little camera, Happy Days, and a little paw print that went nice. So I thought they were a nice mix to go with the theme, and yeah. Okay, I'm gonna pause here, finish this up, and then what else am I gonna need in here? Just some splatters, and I think I'm gonna use just white gloss spray. And then that should do it, hey? Okay, be back in a bit. Okay, I think it's done. I forgot that I also had some of the foam stickers pulled to use, so I just used one there, and just, oh, here, and then some hearts. And then here are the Scrap and Happy Studio pieces. A little bit of white splatter, and yeah, so pretty close to the sketch. Pretty happy with that. And I kind of forgot, I only got about halfway through the prompts for Scraptember, so I am trying to use them as I go here, just whatever will fit in. So I hadn't done paper tearing yet, so I'm using this for, what was that, Scraptember. I don't know what day it was. I wrote day 2 down, but I know that's not right because it's day 2 of the Christy's Beautiful Life. So anyway, pretty happy with that, and we're 2 for 2 now. I doubt very much that I'll be doing this every day, but it's going to be fun while it lasts. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a great day, and the sun's shining, and everybody's feeling good, and they're enjoying their day. We will hopefully talk to you tomorrow. Thanks for coming by. Bye now.